Alright, and we're back in the time loop once again. It seems like it's a celebratory thing when I say that at this point, because of how little I upload this series. It's just because, well, now, recently, me and a friend of mine have started our own series, which kind of parodies off of this. You even find a couple of Hot Wheels characters themselves in there. Specifically, Vert and Aleks are pretty significant in it. And will continue to be in there as well, along with a couple other Hot Wheels characters will be joining in. It's a series on NASCAR Heat 4, which just released for some people, if you pre-ordered the game, yesterday. For the rest... Yeah?
Are you hungry?
Not yet.
Yeah, make it pork roll, okay?
Okay. Nothing's been said to me all day, but as soon as I start trying to record something... Anyway. And speaking of Aleks, that's who we're here with today. I also have Octane, Gearhead, Vert, ironically, and Captain Falcon. And, we're here at Indianapolis road course for the third time in the series. In fact, we know that most of the drivers have kind of banded together. Compilation of information means that everyone knows all of the different locations. And Aleks, being Aleks, has made it a personal goal to conquer as many of them as he can. Well, that's Mojo Jojo over there. I thought that was the 17. Well, that's interesting. I've been playing a lot of the old Race Driver Grid this week. Not this week, but for the last couple of days, so... I'm not used to oh, okay, well, where am I supposed to go here? A, the smoothness of the game, B, the... traction control, hello. Like, this game just looks so much smoother because it's not on the 360. But also doesn't go as fast because the cars are realistic on here. Oh, okay then. What the heck? This is also just a personal strife of mine that I have yet to win on this track. Or really even finish. That's not the braking zone for that. And so I figured who better than Mr. Undefeated himself. Aleks has yet to lose or even run into significant struggles in time loop so far. As you might expect if you know anything about the guy. So I figured he would be the one to try and have tackle this apparently monumental challenge of, you know, winning a simple race. This track isn't even that hard, just that every time I've chosen to use it, I've put myself in a car that I don't particularly know how to use very well. I.e., Sooo Fast's Audi R8. That car is just a curse for me, I swear. I don't know what it is, but I just can't. I brake here. I do not. This thing is not turning. As much as I would like it to. I don't know if it's just not turning as much as it should be, or if it's just because, like, the handling in Grid is very fast and loose, compared to this game's, well, moderate speed, and, cars feel like they're suffering from rigor mortis, as you can see. And again, I'm seeing the speeds the AI are taking, so... it isn't that different from what I'm doing. So I think I just have to readjust to worse handling cars. I don't think the one aero damage that I have is really doing all of this, so I don't think that would be it, but it's probably not necessarily helping either. Okay, no, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, I just took that way faster. I've explained on previous episodes that there are definitely tracks that the AI are just better at, and some that they just don't understand how to drive. I'm beginning to think this one might be one of their overpowered courses. Just based on past experience with it. There comes a point where you really have to wonder how much of it is actually down to me. The only good thing that would be giving this kind of understeer would be if I'm on soft tires and the track temperature is too high, but 91. Softs can operate fine at least to 110 on track temperature. Air temperature doesn't really matter all that much when it comes to tire heat. So I think it's actually either the setup is wrong, which would be kind of weird because it's a base game setup. It's not like anything, like I've modified it. Aleks doesn't do things that way. He's from an arcade game. He's not Dexter. He's not engineering this stuff. He just takes what he can get and does things he shouldn't be able to do with what he has. The kind of simplicity to that, well, every driver would strive for in real life. And Aleks kind of gets it, like, absent-mindedly. No, this is actually, these are fine lap times. I'm remembering now because of, in the loading screen, because I've done time trial here, my time trial record's at 126.925. Or 0.925, so, you know, I just ran faster than that in this car, so that just means that I'm just not used to how slow it is, and the AI are just, you know, kind of OP here. Like Bowser's Castle style. Also, who is that in 4th? Is that Vert in 4th place when he started in, like, 10th? Let me stop mirror driving and look on the road. And watch that on a straight instead. Or a better idea. Replay. Oh my god, it is. How's everyone else doing? That Lamborghini has suffered. Your head's about where he started. Mojo Jojo has suffered. And Falcon's up a couple of spots. Nope, it's not them. I thought I missed them. No. They're the 3 car, not the 4. The 4 car is silver, and that's on a Mercedes, so... Turn? Thank you. I never use it, but every car in this game has a detailed cockpit cam. I've probably shown it in a couple of cars in the past, but... I don't like the modern GT cars because their wheels don't even look round. Like, look at that shit. It looks so awkward and, like, abnormal to me. I just... The wheel is supposed to be round. At that point, that's not a steering wheel. That's literally a controller. And if you look at it, there's enough buttons on that thing to make you think the same way. Look at this. An F1 is not any better. Have you seen how many wheels are on an F1 button? There's an immense number of buttons on a Formula 1 car's steering wheel. Look at that. Put the Konami code in on this freaking steering wheel. It has begun to rain. Well, of course it has. Aleks, luckily, isn't a stranger to rain driving. He's done it before, and he's won it before. I play up Aleks like he's really good. I noticed that. I do that a lot. I mean, is it totally wrong? He himself almost won the world race. But we currently have my headlights on because the rain is getting pretty significant. Is it a storm? Yeah, I can tell I've gotten a little more used to the car. As you can notice, I'm getting ahead of second through fourth back there. Eight and a half minutes into the race, it's beginning to get a little dark. Yellow headlights, I'm not usually a fan, but I kind of have to accept. The rain is getting quite significant now. You can hear the spray, even though there's nothing coming off the back of the car. Adjust braking zones accordingly. Don't floor it, don't pull a SpongeBob. Mainly with the amount of rain that I think we might be getting, you probably could get your boating license out here. In the distance, there's a storm, and the air gets thick and warm, and everyone watches with wonder as the approaching of the storm. That's a very, very obscure reference for you guys. The second place car is broken away from the other ones, which isn't great for me. I think a pit stop may be soon in order. Unless the rain lets up in the next, like, couple of minutes. Oh yeah, the AI are going in. I probably should have done that, but not everyone. Bert is sticking it out with me as well. A lot of times they're definitely falling. And based on the tire temperatures, I think this would be the optimum lap. As I'm about to begin lapping AI cars. Cancel that. I may have encountered a puddle there. Alright, cautious driving time. Aleks is fast, but sure, he can hold back when he needs to. Any good race driver should be able to do that. Yeah, the car is getting very heavy. Tires are freezing. Yeah, I should have pit on the previous lap. This one was pushing it. I can't tell which parts of the track are covered in puddles and which ones aren't. I'm going to lose the lead for this. There's no way around it. Surprisingly though, Vert's not really gotten any closer to me, despite the fact that I'm basically tiptoeing around the track. But for all intents and purposes, I have survived. I have reached the pit lane. There's kind of an awkward entrance as it is. Just no weird-ass puddles on the lane, please. I don't care. I am going to be very chicken with this pit limiter. Mostly because I didn't actually know where the limit thing was. Hello, Vert. How are you? So at pretty much exactly half distance, the rain has required that we make pit stop for the wet tires, and I finally found the option to have a cinematic going for the pit stop. That'll fix the aerodynamic damage I had. That's what that's doing there. You put in fuel. Why? Hi, Gearhead. Hi, BMW. I have still beaten Vert out of the pits. I'm still in the lead, as a matter of fact. God, this is Silent Hill now. The hills... The corners here have eyes for forgiveness through... Forgiveness? Forgiveness through top speed. This is going to be actually kind of close. It's a weird pit exit as well, and especially in the rain, I'm not too familiar with it. Good enough. The game didn't yell at me for crossing over that white line. You're not really supposed to do that normally, but... I think because I was clear of other cars, it wasn't exactly a hazard by doing that. So the running order is almost completely unfazed, as far as I'm aware. Obviously the top four, still the same. This is going to be interesting braking for this. I'm going to have like a moment's notice to find the braking boards. Very early, but it's better than missing the turn. Would this be a climactic way to finally win at Indianapolis? Aleks braves not only the rain, but also the fog. The immense fog, as it were. And basically being able to see absolutely nothing due to it. Outside of basically the hand in front of my face and my car because I'm using chase camera. As we go down the front straightaway, I'll go into cockpit cam so you can get an idea of Alex's field of vision here with this heavy fog rolling in. Yeah, there ain't much. Back to my correct camera. And there's the braking area. I require braking. Yeah, I can't go full bolting through that like I could before. Number one thing I need to know is where has the game put all of the puddles? Because the rain itself isn't that threatening. Nor is the fog, because I've been on this track enough to at least know the layout. But I don't know where the game's weather system leaves puddles. I think one is there. Alright. So don't cut that corner, or, you know, go low in it. That's immediately one mistake, and I'm now threatened by whatever that car there is. I want to say it's a Porsche. Yellow headlights, so it has to be either a Porsche, a Bentley, or another Ferrari, and it certainly is not another Ferrari. It's a Porsche. So especially now, seeing as the AI are not even affected by them, don't hit puddles. At the rate that these laps are now ticking down, we will have 5 laps to go, including this one, being that they're about 1:40 apiece. Having to use the semi-auto gears to shift up early, get a bit of traction out of these waterlogged corners. Doesn't help in every corner, but it does in most. So take a wide arc through this corner. So I can deal with that puddle. Even though you can hardly tell it's there at all. But it's, you know, it's avoidable. It's not like some puddles where they're basically right exactly where you'd want to put yourself. I broke too late. Please help. No major repercussions. I wouldn't be shocked if a puddle appears there later either, or here. A puddle here would be terrifying. Which is probably exactly why there's going to be one there. Excuse me, car. That wasn't even a puddle, that was just the car just becoming, like, delirious. I also think that might have been a puddle there, and that's when my car kind of, like, became Windows XP and froze up for a second. What the heck? Alright, not exactly the most fair line I've ever taken, but with the weather like this, you have to give me a little bit of breathing room. Considering the AI don't really care either way. They go slower, yeah. But that's about it. Huh. Those seem pretty low, and I never hit a puddle. Are the puddles even gonna show up? Because if they don't, then I'm not complaining. I would probably do more rain racing even in my spare time, except for the fact that puddles make it an unenjoyable experience. Considering in this game, cars just tend to not be recoverable if you hit one. There's one! Alright. And the puddle basically left me with a warning for that one, because I was actually able to recover the car for once. Don't get used to that, me. I am braking like an absolute chicken right now, but it's better than stuffing the car in a wall. And by the looks of that timer, it actually seems like we're going to be going for another lap after. I think it'll be ending the race about 2, 3, 4 seconds earlier. Or ending the lap with like 4 or 5 seconds left in the lap. Also, as you can tell maybe by the increasing brightness ever so slightly, we are probably reaching morning. As based on calculations, this would be about 6:30 in the morning. And springtime at Indianapolis means that that is very early in the morning, but the sun will be rising shortly. Too bad we won't be able to enjoy the sunrise, because, you know, fog. Now it looks even weirder than when it was nighttime. It literally looks like it's a Sin City filter, like you'd see on pictures. I wonder if this game's photo mode actually has that. I know Gran Turismo Sport does. You can have like the black, white, and red filters. Now I can see where this puddle is. Everywhere! It's everywhere! It's everywhere! This corner is terrible, and it's the only one that's actually not fun. Keep braking early here, and now you can see every little bit of rain on the track, and honestly that's almost more threatening than not being able to, because then you realize just how limited you are and where you can go. The rain is not letting up, nor is the fog, so the water isn't going to dry up for the end of the race. It's actually going to keep getting worse. As the game begins to load in things in the background, there is the sun directly in my face. But unfortunately, it will not be saving us any strife. Now you can see that almighty puddle that is actually there. I just got lucky that one lap I drove down there by accident. And the big one that's there as well. And the big Porsche that is right behind me. Because the AI aren't affected by this. Hello? Aleks will get rough if he needs to, buddy. I wouldn't do that too many times. Luckily the AI kind of respects that there's a lot of bullcrap there and don't try anything completely stupid. You're gonna have to have 2 laps. Unless this lap takes like an extra 2 more seconds than the last one, we'll be needing another. The fog has appeared to get worse. I can't even make out the curbs at this point. Just because of the fog and the rain that, you know, cover it up. You know, that puddle actually straightened me out. And it gave me a better exit out of the turn. That's kind of funny. If you do touch a puddle, the only way you can hope to survive is just don't do anything. Hello, Mercedes. There is no lane here, so no one try any silly nonsense. Get all of the water there. It didn't even seem to affect me, though, which is weird. Okay, what is the line to take? Where is no rain on this corner? I don't think such a location exists. And re-entering the track is also a lot of water. Yep. 2 seconds left, and I have to hit another lap. I couldn't let off and let the timer run out either, because it had just been passed by that Mercedes there. And he would have taken the final lap, meaning we all would have had to do it again anyway. Thing is, any AI that didn't cross the line before the time ran out is no longer racing. So it's just a battle between what I have to assume must be the 4 cars at the front. Me, Vert, and the other 2 behind me. There's the one helpful puddle in action once more. I can't see where the curb is. Don't you even try anything, mister. I will delete you. Yeah, that is a puddle and a half. That's a puddle and 3/4 down there. Alright, 3 more turns. One of which is actually not that hard, but then the other 2 are. This one's okay, never mind. I had to say something. I will block you. This one is the one that's not so bad, from what I've seen. Probably because I can going too slow to even be affected, but this one, oh boy. Oh boy. That is so much water, and the car already slips through there because it's off camber. No. No. You will not. I am winning this track, finally. So despite the conditions and the very urgent Mercedes back there for the last 2 laps, Aleks will be the one to conquer Indianapolis. I apparently could have gone through there a lot faster than I did, as it appears. Look at all of the dirt and mud that is built up on the front of this car. That is so much water. Where is the curb? You can't even see it. We shall then now see where the other guys have finished. Vert, I think we both know, still finished 4th. Which, given he started pretty far in the back, Falcon made his way up to 10th from dead last on the grid and Gearhead just ahead. And Mojo and Octane plummeted. Had to stretch after that. At any rate, that'll do it for this part of Time Loop.